What is up, hooligans? Welcome to the watch party. Make sure you guys rack up those likes. The more likes we get, the more hooligans we'll have. So rack those likes up. My day is being such a shit show. I just got off the phone with the police. They're supposed to be calling back. I'm not in any trouble, just dealing with stuff. Sucks. Life is hard. Life is hard. USA forever. It's not my birthday yet. Not yet. We got 9 days. Oh, there you go. Birthday month. Yeah. It's the hooligan month. On the 11th is the hooligan holiday. It's official. Alright, so we're going to run through this. There's probably a chance I'll have to take a phone call. So just be aware of that. What is up, USA Forever? What's up, Mike Drop? What's up, Hungry Camel? What's up, Mountain Life? What's up, Norman? What is up, Damon Walker? What's up, Jeremiah? What's up, Miss Jamie? Happy freedom, you hooligans. What's up, Wacko? What's up, Texas Ann? What's up, JB? What's up, Crackshot? What is up, hooligans? Let me read through all the chats, make sure everything's running. We will get her started. Thank you so much, Snooks, for continuing the membership program over on Twitch for 11 months. You're officially a hooligan. And I appreciate you. Thank you. What's up, everyone on Twitch? What's up, everyone on Odyssey? What's up, Sam? What's up, Nefties? What's up, Can Killer? Happy freedom, hooligans. What's up, everyone on Rumble? What's up, Salty Special? What's up, 10 Man? Yep, Salty Special, you were first today. What's up, TJ? What's up, Drew? What's up, Pumpkin? Happy freedom, hooligans. So there's going to be a big portion of today's show that's going to be on Rumble. It's every day it's getting a little bit harder to find things that I can show on YouTube. What's up, everyone on jeffmaclive.com. Alright, let's see what we got today. So, we're going to be starting off with a video that is titled Chicago Police Officer Shot and Killed on Southwest Side. That video is about 10 minutes long. I don't know if we're going to watch the entire thing. We'll see how it goes. Then we're going to be covering an article that is titled, Did Speaker McCarthy Just Pull a Huge Bait and Switch? That's talking about Tucker Carlson getting the J6 footage. Well, the situation of how he's receiving it, because I think it's unclear to a lot of people. I know a lot of people understand that the footage was released to Tucker Carlson, but I don't think they realize the exact situation of what's going on with that. And then at that point, we will have to end the live for YouTube because the rest of these I can't show over there because of community guidelines. We're going to be covering the left is trying to feminize math. The Biden is the biggest benefactor to the cartels. Are you tired of the lies yet? This is an attack on the Second Amendment. That has to do with Kyle Rittenhouse and Tucker Carlson. That's an interesting video. Something that has to do with China. that we can't talk about on YouTube. And something about Pennsylvania Senator and Biden's obvious cognitive decline. And then we will be wrapping up today with Hawley warns Jesse the weaponization of the DOJ is like nothing we've seen before. I like Senator Hawley. He's awesome. So stuff's not too crazy. It is interesting, but all of those videos have words, just specific red words that can't be said on YouTube. It's not my fault. I'm just following the rules because the rules specifically apply to me. It's been proven time and time again. So it is what it is. We're going to get started here in a second. We're going to start off with this video. Chicago police officer shot and killed on the southwest side. Alright, I'm going to read through the chat really quick and we're going to get this started. What's up, Impreza? Happy freedom. Thanks, Chrissy. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Katie, for continuing the membership program. You're officially a hooligan. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. JB Horton, here's a hooligan. That's a good one. That's a good one. Alright, everything looks good to go. Let's get her started.
It's a very difficult time for the Chicago Police Department. We're heartbroken. Unfortunately, we're delivering the very tragic news that one of our own duty Chicago police officer has been fatally shot this evening. Officers were responding to a domestic related call of a person with a gun in the 5200 block of South Spalding in the 8th District at approximately 4:43 p.m. The call stated that an offender was chasing a female down the street with a gun. Two officer cars responded. One of the cars knocked on the door while the other car became engaged with the offender, who escaped and began running from officers armed with a gun. The officers began pursuing this offender. At close range, shots were exchanged between the offender and our officer, who is now deceased. The offender was struck, but he is still alive. He was struck in the head in a critical condition. Our officer, who is deceased, was shot multiple times. And as you know, here at Sinai Hospital, where he succumbed to his injuries. I ask that this city cover this officer's family. This is a family of public servants, and as you can imagine, they are taking this tragedy very, very hard. This young officer, who had right at 5 years on this department, had a bright future ahead of him. And this is something that no family should have to face. What we know about the offender is he's 18 years old, not much of a criminal history, one prior violation that we've been able to find so far this evening. The officer, the officer's partner, all the responding officers, the officers in the 8th District, every officer on this police department, and for that matter, every officer in this country, is grieving today. Policing is a big family of people who know at some point they may be asked to make the ultimate sacrifice. But you never wish or hope that it actually happens. And tonight this tragedy did. There are some broken hearts that will take a long time to grieve, to accept this. The investigation is ongoing. There There's body-worn camera footage being reviewed of this incident. Our detectives are working to piece the evidence together, the ballistic evidence, other pod camera video, along with piecing together all the officers' body-worn camera video of this incident. But the information that we just shared with you is obviously preliminary, very early in the investigation, even though it's been several hours. But we're still continuing to aggressively address this. As you know, this will be turned over to COPA as well for a full and thorough investigation. We'll take a few questions, but the mayor would like to have comments as well, and then we'll come back for only on-topic questions. Thank you, Mayor.
Prostitute.
Well, as you heard from the superintendent, tragedy has befallen the Chicago Police Department and really our city. Our hearts go out to this young officer's family, and I echo what the superintendent said. We need to lift them up in our prayers and wrap our arms around them as they go through this journey of grief and loss. I want to remind people that every single day, on every shift, officers run to danger for our safety. If you see an officer tonight, or the next day, or the day after that, thank them for their service. They need our thanks. They need our support, and they need to know that everyone in our city has their backs. I also want to say to the officers who are grieving tonight, please avail yourself of the EAP services and peer support that are there. We want to make sure that anyone who needs some extra support in this difficult time takes advantage of the resources that are there. But this is a terrible tragedy for our city, and we are mourning along with the officer's family.
Thank you, Mayor. We're going to kick it off with Natalie at NBC. One question per reporter. We'll go down the line. Natalie, go ahead.
Thank you.
Norman says, I'm waiting for JeffMAC to reach up and poke her in the eye.
So right now, there's family in other parts of the world that's being called. We're helping this family contact all the family members. There's family members in Colombia and other places in the world that we're trying to facilitate getting here as soon as possible. We're really deferring to the family with limiting the information that goes out. As you know, we haven't given the name. And we would just ask all of you, please respect this family. Let them notify who they need to notify in the family and not hear it on the news that their loved one has passed. So that's why we take the time we do, and we don't want you standing out here waiting for us to talk about this. We're listening and paying attention to what the family wants first. So we'll have more about this officer later, but we're going to go at the family's pace and their comfort level with sharing more about this officer.
Liz, ABC.
Superintendent, can you clarify again what led up to this incident, and was the officer shot? Was he part of the first pair of response?
Yeah, so again, as we know now, it's, again, preliminary, there were two officer cars. The first of the cars that responded knocked on the front door. The officer who's deceased was part of the second two-officer car that responded.
What was the call? Domestic?
It was a domestic related call where a woman called saying that she was being chased by a man with a gun. And that's what the officers were responding to.
So anything about the partner of this officer?
We'll hold off on that as well.
Jermon, CBS.
Superintendent Brown.
Yes.
Officer being in close range when the shots were fired. Is there anything at this point in your investigation that shows really that the call was because someone had a gun? Did when officers, the second ones that were in that pursuit, did they see the gun? Were they aware that there was a call for the suspect with a gun? And when they were that close, were their guns drawn at that moment?
So this speaks to the mayor's comments about officers run toward danger to protect all of us. They do it willingly. They're willing to make the ultimate sacrifice. They hope that they never are asked to give their life, but they're willing to do it. So yes, this second car with the officer who responded, who is deceased, They all knew it was an officer with a gun call, and they were there. I'm sorry, an offender with a gun call, and they were there to protect this victim, and they were willing to put their lives on the line to protect this victim. So they're there. They know that this is the offender with the gun.
All right, just a second.
Unfortunately, as they identify him, he turns and immediately, without warning or notice, shoots at the officer, and the officer does return fire, and he does strike the offender. And again, the offender's in critical condition.
WJ and gentlemen.
We were hearing a female officer was injured.
No, it's inaccurate. Inaccurate. No, inaccurate. No, it's a male officer. The officer is deceased.
Lieutenant, can you talk about misinformation about that and how that impacts?
Yeah, unfortunately, there are many people who want to be first to tell you the news, and likely inaccurately, and unfortunately, without any concern for the families. We had some time to try to identify where the officer's wife was located and get her here and get her notified, and unfortunately, others thought that the family doesn't matter. I want to be first to get it out to the media. We'll let them have to figure out how to live with that. Not having compassion for these families, just so you could be first to tell reporters. It's shameful. It's shameful. It's shameful, and people should never do that.
One last question to the right.
Did any other responding officer use their weapon during the...
No, they did not. It happened so fast that the other officers heard shots, and at that point we're trying to get render aid and get help.
Oh, that phone call was shorter than I thought it was going to be.
Do we know if the officer actually was able to help himself?
We don't know any of that detail yet. Thank you all so very much.
Everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
What's up, Independent? Happy Freedom, High Plains Drifter, Bulletproof Glasses. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Everybody was getting on me about wearing blue blockers. I think it was yesterday. I can't remember. The days all blend together. It's just not enough at this point. I gotta wear sunglasses out on cloudy days. I gotta wear sunglasses in Walmart, because otherwise my eyes are just burning the back of my brain, watering down my face. Everybody's like, what's wrong? The light. The light is too much. It's too much. Alright, moving forward. What's up, Grey Wolf? Stoner, if you're not first, you're last. I want to watch that movie so bad. I've been looking for it. I've been craving it, but I don't think it's on Netflix right now. I'm waiting for it to come back. Alright, so all we have left on the YouTube side of things is this article about Tucker Carlson getting the J6 footage. We're going to cover this article. I'm going to post the link in the chat so you guys can follow along with me and also read it in its entirety, because I just kind of bullet point the whole thing. I don't sit here and read the whole thing. But then after that, we're going to be wrapping this up as far as YouTube goes. I'm going to be posting links so you guys can come over to the free speech platforms to be able to hang out with us for the rest of the live. We have 10 or 11 videos still left to cover, so I encourage you guys to come over to the free speech platforms. This is not a gimmick. I'm just trying to follow the rules on YouTube. It is what it is. I don't know what else to say about it. It's not me. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at YouTube. It's their rules. I'm just following them. So give me a second to drop this link for you guys, and we'll get her started. Damon Walker. I wear my sunglasses at night too. Happy freedom. Heck yeah. Tis what 'tis. Happy Freedom, Rasta, and welcome to the live. Alright, so the link that I just dropped in the chat for you guys should bring you here. It's titled, Did Speaker McCarthy Just Pull a Huge Bait and Switch? Tucker Carlson and staff are not allowed to record or remove J6 surveillance footage from the U.S. Capitol. I mean, that's a pretty good summary of what the whole article is right there. The article starts off by saying, on February 20th, 100% Fed Up reported, which apparently that's a company, 100% Fed Up, they reported about the newly elected House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's decision to release all of the 44,000 hours of footage from J6 to Fox News host Tucker Carlson, giving him exclusive access to the Capitol surveillance footage. I've watched what Nancy Pelosi did, where she politicized J6, said Speaker McCarthy. Where for the first time in the history as a speaker, not allowing the minority to appoint to a committee. We watched the politicization of this, McCarthy said. I think the American public should actually see all of that happened instead of a report that was written for a political basis. Carlson, who has continuously called for a probe into the actual events of J6, has been granted exclusive access to 41,000 hours of surveillance footage from the Capitol protest. So that's still not everything. That's 3,000 hours less of footage than everything. There was never any legitimate reason for the footage to remain secret, Carlson told anxious reporter Mike Allen. If there was ever a question that's in the public interest to know, it's what actually happened on J6. By definition, this video will reveal it. It's impossible for me to understand why any honest person would be bothered by that. The article goes on to say, 100% Fed Up reports, if you're like most Americans, you were overjoyed to hear that Tucker Carlson, who is not afraid of exposing government corruption in either party, would be allowed to view all 44,000 hours of the Capitol surveillance tapes, and we're hoping that finally we would be allowed to discover what really happened that day. The article states, we're now learning that Tucker Carlson's staff will not be allowed to freely record footage from J6, but may request particular clips, and that his staffers are not allowed to record or remove any videos from the specific screening area. The article continues on saying, CBS News, Fox News, Tucker Carlson staff was permitted to view but not record portions of some 41,000 hours of police videos documenting the events of J6, with the opportunity to request copies of some clips under an agreement reached with House Speaker Kevin McCarthy's office. According to the high-ranking Republican member of the committee that oversees the U.S. Capitol Police, Representative Barry Loudermilk of Georgia made some statements. According to the article, the Fox News team may request any particular clip that they may need, then we'll make sure that there's nothing sensitive, nothing classified, including escape routes, Loudermilk said. We don't want Al-Qaeda to know certain things. The article wraps up by saying Loudermilk said that the clips requested by Fox News and cleared for release by his committee would eventually be made public and available to other media outlets, many of which have demanded equal access to the footage. Loudermilk said the time frame for the release to Fox and public remains unclear, hopefully sooner rather than later, but I think we're talking about weeks to months. So I thought that was interesting when I came across this article, because when they made this announcement, it felt like they were just going to dump all this footage. Like they were going to send them a link to Google Drive or something, and they would be able to just view all of it and show us what they wanted and go from there. But that doesn't really appear to be the case. It seems really manipulated. And I wasn't sure if people knew that or not, so I thought we should cover it. I'm going to read through the chat really quick. I'm going to drop some links for you guys. I should do my spiel. That's what I should be doing. But before this is over, we're going to drop all the links for you guys to come over to the free speech platforms. And then we're going to continue on with the live. Like I said, we got like 10 more videos to cover. Cosmic Scroll, that's so the media can call it lies. Yeah, it's more nonsense, more smoke and mirrors. What's up, Cruiser Die? Happy freedom. Jason, which site do you think is better? I think going to jeffmaclive.com is the best, but it is $10 a month unless you can find the link for the free week, which I've posted all over social media, but I still don't have it right here at my fingertips. But as far as free platforms go, probably Rumble is the most reliable, but the only way to see the live chat is to use a browser. Use Google Chrome, use Mozilla, use Safari, something like that. You can click the link we're gonna post in the chat. It'll take you straight to the live right there. But use a browser. Don't use the app. The app, you won't find the chat, or if you do find the chat, you got to scroll to the bottom of the screen to use it, and it's not convenient. If you don't want to deal with that headache, you can go to Odyssey, but you have to have an account. I mean, I think you have to have an account on both, but I think on Odyssey they want a little bit more information. Their app actually works. They're technically the freer of the free speech platforms, is between Odyssey and Rumble. If you would like, you could also watch on Twitch. Twitch isn't exactly free speech, but they don't have community guidelines as damning as YouTube. So, I mean, you're welcome to hang out over there. But I would start with Rumble. If you don't like Rumble, go check out Odyssey. If you're in it for the experience and you're willing to support what I do, I really recommend going to jeffmaclive.com. You'll have access to the social media platform that's wide open and more capabilities than any other social media platform in existence right now. And then you'll have access to the live streaming area where you'll be able to speak openly and speak your mind, and it's, I don't know, it's the best as far as compatibility and stuff like that. Being able to use it correctly, I think that's the way to go. And then if all else fails, you could just fall back to Twitch. And if you don't like that, you can just watch on Twitter, because we're live on Twitter too, even though nobody watches. 'Tis what it is. So I'm gonna give you guys, well, I kind of just gave you my spiel. I'm gonna give you a short spiel, and then we're going to move forward. I'm gonna drop all the links in the chat so you guys can move over, and then we will continue on. All right, here's my spiel really quick. Okay, brace yourself. When you get a second, please go to jeffmaclive.com. You can also find the links in the description on any platform you're watching right now. You can find the link to join Gilded for free. Gilded is currently the best way to receive notifications for when and where we go live every time we go live. There's a news board on Gilded to keep you up to date with everything going on, and there's a ton of hooligans in there to hang out with every day. So definitely join Gilded. Also on the JeffMAC Live homepage, you can find links to the merch store if you would like to grab some merch, just like this shirt I'm wearing right here. Everything is displayed in black and white or white and black, but if you find something you like, just click on that item to see all the different colors that item comes in. You can also find links to PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Stripe, Zelle, and Buy Me a Coffee if you would like to support what I do. There's also links to the Amazon wish list if you would like to send me stuff. It's really easy to use. Anything you purchase directly from the wish list will be sent straight to me without having to send an email or look for information or anything like that. Also, my birthday is in 9 days. So if you guys send me stuff, we're going to do a birthday unboxing the last week of March to show off all the cool stuff you guys sent me. Finally, on the JeffMAC Live homepage, you can find links to join the membership programs. There are memberships for YouTube, Gilded, Discord, Odyssey, Rumble, and Twitch. But like I stated, alright, you're going to have to give me a second, hooligans. I got to talk to these cops. My apologies, hooligans. I'm a mandated reporter. I have been ever since I became a chaplain. I don't even know if any of you are still here watching. I've had to do some really hard things today. So, either way, we're moving forward. I'm going to read through the chat, see how many of you are still around. We're going to be cutting off the YouTube side of things, and then we're going to be moving forward on all the free speech platforms. I will drop all the links in the chat so you guys can move over. Wow, there's 90 of you in the chat still. That's amazing. You guys are so awesome. I'm sorry, I didn't know what else to do. I'm trying to do all this stuff that I got to do. You know, I'm live. I'm with you guys trying to provide the news, but then I'm, you know, an actual person in real life, and I have responsibilities, and I'm standing up for somebody that means a lot to me. So hard stuff I got to deal with, but somebody's got to do the right thing. Thank you so much, MT Coiner, for continuing the membership program for 27 months. You're officially a hooligan, and I appreciate you. Thank you. All right, so a little shaky. I'm getting it. Don't you worry, hooligans. Don't you worry. So I'm gonna drop the links, and I'm gonna encourage you guys to move over to the free speech platform, and we're gonna move forward. All right, hooligans, I dropped the links in the chat. One for Rumble, the other is the link tree. You should be able to find everything on the link tree. For some reason, the Rumble link on the link tree just acts up. So I encourage you to actually click the Rumble chat if you want to go over to Rumble, or click the link tree if you want to try out some of these other platforms. You have until 4 after to move over to the free speech platforms. We're going to end the live on YouTube, and we're going to move on. Like I said, we have like 10 more videos with like probably more than an hour left into the show. So, and I don't expect to receive any more phone calls, so you don't have to worry about that. But that's the deal. That's the deal. And again, this is not some sort of gimmick or anything like that. I'm just obeying the YouTube community guidelines. It is what it is. I would love to just hang out with you guys on YouTube, but they keep striking me and stuff, and it's not worth sticking my neck out there and stuff, you know, just to break the rules. I mean, we don't want criminals to break the law. Why should I be encouraged to break the rules? There's plenty of other platforms they would love to have us. So you got 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes to move over, and then we're gonna be wrapping things up. Proud ankle, you look a little bit like Charlie Chaplin. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't know. Snooks, we have your back. I appreciate you. Cornish Chaplain Mac. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I can't even think what they are. My brain's so scrambled. I feel like the directors over there for the chaplaincy I was working at, they wouldn't approve of the life I live now with my hand tattoos and how funny I am on the live, but I really miss being a chaplain. It was, well, I don't want to say it was fun. It wasn't fun to be around people who are in tragedy and stuff, but it was good to be there when people need you. And it's fulfilling. It's fulfilling, at least for the way that I'm built. I like to be there when people need me. Rumble showing a 404 error. I have no idea why there is so much problems go into Rumble. I don't understand that. Like, I've talked to them. I've talked to their customer service, and I've told them, hey, you know, I have people constantly telling me that clicking the link doesn't work, sending them to the live doesn't work. What is up with that? And they just blame you guys. And so I don't know what to do to help. I don't know what to do about that. I imagine you could just search for me. You could just go to Rumble and type in JeffMAC Live at the top in the search bar and probably find me, I would imagine. Alright guys, it is 5 after. We're going to be wrapping this up. Give me a moment to shut down YouTube, and we're going to be continuing on. Hopefully I see all of you hooligans that are you're on the YouTube chat right now. Hopefully I see you on Rumble, Odyssey, jeffmaclive.com, or Twitch.